Let us know where you're watching us from. Let us know your plans. Feel free to participate. Kelvin Chisanga is here. He might respond to one or two questions that you might forward on our Facebook page. So, good morning, Francis Chan.
Good morning, Kelvin.
Oh, Kelvin Chisanga. I almost say Francis. Okay, yes. Thank you for the correction.
You must know a Francis who looks like me.
Yes.
To say that, Francis. Well, thank you so much.
All right. Thank you for making the appearance on the Weekend GP. First and foremost, what is happening as far as the Zambian markets are concerned?
Well, in the market, there are quite a number of things that are actually taking place, and we know that Zambia's a lot of cases, at hand. Even when you look at the political side of things in line to economic aspects, we've seen that the president has also chosen a public policy analyst who's going to actually work in the office of the president, trying to, supersede some of these policies and give directions as well. So it was just one of those key fundamentals that one would actually also have to understand that the economy is shaping up, because obviously what has been lacking in the Zambian setup has been the issue of public policy as well. Of course, speaking from this, we've actually been hearing the Minister of Commerce, speaking strongly on the value addition aspect and we know that Zambia in its current form has been really looked at import to be one of the key factor in the economy. So basically the economic architecture of the nation has been made in such a way that we are able just to get even the smallest component of stuff into this nation, even as small as toothpick, being imported, and that has also put a lot of pressure on the kwacha. Of course, during this period of the month, we have seen the kwacha also, having some bit of sideways movement in terms of performance. Obviously, we know that just last week, the Bank of Zambia came in the market pumping about $20 million just to cushion the pressure. But again, also, we've seen the trend has been, coming up with a lot of, southward movement where the kwacha is now losing some nominal values as well. And just over this week as well, we've seen the copper prices, the prices of oil, also in the international market, going down as well, except the gold, which is actually having a surge of about 2%, performance level. And of course, the biggest thing that has been there is the biggest elephant in the room, which is actually Zambia national portfolio of our debt, which has also been raising a lot of questions and a lot of sentimental, expression. We've heard of issues to do with the local investors or local, participant in the national debt portfolio. Of course, one of the things that has come prominent is the issue of Stephen Mlenga Mikalile also having part of the 300 million US dollars in the total debt portfolio of about 27 billion US dollars. We've seen also the debt also ballooned a bit from the previous levels. So there are quite a number of things that are happening also. When you look at the stock market as well, there has been some some upward and downward sort of performance, and of which we've seen that this week we started on a holiday, and also next week we are starting on the holiday. So it has been also a mixture of a few things. And one interesting part that the new government is also setting up a budget which is actually coming on 29th of this month, which is probably the coming week. So there are quite a number of factors.
I was actually coming to that, talking about the budget, like your expectations, as far as the new government is concerned, because we all know now he has re-emphasized on the need of revamping the Zambian economy, and right now he's been saying we are still operating under the PF budget, which comes to an end. Is it in December? So what are your expectations as far as value addition? And it's only value addition, as you alluded to in the first, say we even import the smallest thing as a toothpick. And so what are some of the things that you expect to be included in the budget to ensure that we stabilize our our income as far as the forex is concerned?
Well, if you look at the 2021 fiscus, the budget which was actually being superheaded by the BF from last year, August, up to this period, it had a lot of factors. Like one of the key issues that you could actually see from the general service sector, it had set up a bit to a point of having a good percentage of about 48.3% in terms of value dominated or allocated to that. And if you look at it, it had the issues to do with parliamentary gratuity, it had issues to do with election, voters registration, so it had a number of calots with it. So looking at the next budget, we expect that reduction to happen, and also we expect also the other component which was not actually in the public service or general service sector to be there, the issue of sinking funds, so that we're able to see how we can moderate the loans that we have. And not only that, also if you look at the composition of the budget, it was so badly shaped because we had about 41% of our costing from the budget servicing the loans, and also we've got about 50% paying government workers, and also 9% which was basically paying education, health and all other social sectors that are involved there. But again, also the issue that the UPND government is trying to work out something where they are trying to look at reducing the cost of debt servicing, and that is one of the things that everyone is expectant to see from that budget. And also not only that, also we expect also the increase on the education, because what we want to do is that we want to see education coming to be a key composite in our diversification plan.
Okay,
yeah.
Amazing stuff. So because of time, I know you've got a lot of issues that we can go on
Sure.
and articulate as far as the Zambia's economy is concerned. So your last words to the viewers, and just a quick update where the Kwacha stands as the week, the past week, the performance of the Kwacha, so to say.
Okay, well, of course, we opened up with 16 kwacha, 35 ingwe, but of course it has gone up to somewhere like 17 kwacha, 13 ingwe.
Okay.
Of course, that depreciation is coming as a result of poor fundamentals that are taking place. Obviously, we know that Bank of Zambia has heavily intervened in the kwacha. Right from July up to this moment, we don't have so much of the key fundamentals that can support or rather resuscitate the position of kwacha. And if anything now, we've even got a huge importer drive which is taking place. Obviously, we know that we are going to slow down our economic wheels as we go in the next few weeks, probably by first week of December or second week, we should be able to start looking at going to industrial list. So all those are factors that are actually being there, but the bottom line is that we need to find a way in which we can actually salvo kwacha from losses, so that we're able to see how we can grow the economy. And by that, we can only have a way of trying to bring about industrialization policy to actually come to reality, and also ensuring that we have that addition as well. So we need to champion that's what we're able to save ourselves from losses that we normally make from our currency.
Okay, thank you so much. And your weekend game plan, what are you planning to do over the weekend?
Well, I tend just to pass through the office, read through certain books, probably also go to a certain place to just see how the rural area is looking like.
Okay.
And also, of course, going to church.
Okay, thank you very much. So there you have it. We looked at what is happening as far as the Zambia market is concerned. The Weekend GP still continues, and I'll be joined by two guests on the platform as we are coming to the 9 minutes of our today's edition of the Weekend GP. So you don't want to go anywhere. I'll see you on the flip side of these short commercials. I'll be right back.